Good morning, all. You see that right there? Whoops, I'm way too up. These are called blue skies. We've got blue skies for today, at least most of the day. I think there's a 30% chance of rain this afternoon. But anyway, I'm Denise. I'm from Brazil Farms. We have a small farm here that we are creating, and I am working most of this by hand. Oh, excuse me. And I try to encourage you on doing whatever your goal is. I try to encourage you to keep going, and just how, from my perspective as a gardener slash farmer, how things can get aggravating, but you have to keep going, and you see good times, and you see things that you create that you never thought you could create, and you just keep going. I create my own system, whatever works for you. I do an hour by hour. This is what I'm working on. And these are the same mundane things. 1 hour I pull weeds. 1 hour I arrange things in the nursery to make sure they look pretty. 1 hour, once a week I fertilize. I just have my systems in. And of course you can't be rigid to systems like that. You have to be flexible because life happens. Like today. This, I need to look back at what it is. We have an appliance company that's coming out, and they have at least a month. I swear I don't think it's much more than a month and a half. They have been out here 5 or 6 different times. And well, more than, I know it's more than that, because they have to come once and evaluate it and then come back and fix it. And they're fixing it on their part. We just keep having things breaking. One thing, our ice machine was a little, did take a while. And this is something you need to do. The guy that was looking at it, I could tell he was struggling with it. He kept having to come back, and I would just call him and say, it's not working, it's not working. And then finally, after maybe the 4th time of him coming out, and it had nothing to do with him, but I said, can somebody else get some different eyes on it and look at it? And exactly, the owner came out and he looked at it, he's like, oh yeah, because this machine is sort of wonky because of it. I remember the age, and this guy wasn't working then, but it's sort of a weird thing, so I have to order this weird part. And it was just somebody else's eyes looking at stuff. So if you are not quite getting something, just ask somebody, hey, could you look at this? What am I missing? Can I get some advice? Try not to take if they're saying something that you think may be ugly, or you may think, I'm working so hard on this, but they said it didn't. Okay, I arrange flowers. So, just have somebody else look at stuff. You think you're working hard on something, somebody that's been doing it a little bit longer, it's like, let's click this over here, but you can't take it personal. You have to think on it, maybe shed a tear or two if you have to, but then go on. So I'm actually, I said all that to say, you can't get so upset when your routine that you set up to make accomplishments gets sidetracked, because that's life. Like today, we have the same appliance guy coming out for a different problem. Our stove just stopped working. And I think it has to do with this type of stove, because it's been more than once. It's a very nice stove. It was with the house when we came, but it's more like a commercial stove. Sorry, I got a yellow jacket flying around, or a wasp. But anyway, so I was cleaning up inside a little bit longer than I should. I usually do that later in the day. And then I was going to go out to my garden, because my personal garden has been neglected a good bit because I've been working out here. And that is in such a way, of course there's things that can be improved, but I put down such a thick layer of mulch and continue to do it, that there are very few weeds. I can do the whole garden in less than an hour, except if you stand in a huge ant pile. And not only do the ants here in Florida stay below ground, like in some places, like in Louisiana, they pretty much go above ground. You can see mounds of them, so you avoid them that way. And you'll see a couple of mounds here and there, but I looked down today. I have my little rain boots on. I have my little rain boots because my feet, it is soaking wet out here, and so being in sweat's one thing, but even being with your feet, your shoes soaking wet is even worse. But so I have rain boots on, working in it, and I looked down. I had one little sting. I felt one, maybe two stings, and I looked down, and my entire boot was covered. And if you've never been stung, not even by one fire ant, which hurts, like it, I mean, I'm not allergic to them, but they hurt. And if I were to have been stung by, I dare say, thousands, I don't know if it's double-digit thousands, but for that boot to be completely covered, I yanked that boot off so fast and ran and covered my leg in mud. That's one of the best things to help pull the poisons out, because being stung that much can be scary. Excuse me. Ruby, come here. Come here. And so I'm just saying all of this to say that your day can get off track pretty quickly. So what am I doing? I am taking the time to make this little video. I've let my foot come down, it's not hurting anymore, and letting the ants get off my boot. So be productive in whatever your sidetrack happened, whatever knocked you off course. Try to be productive in whatever that is. When I go inside today, when he's here working, I like to be inside with them if they need me. I don't want to necessarily be out where they have to holler for me or something. So I will probably be in there planting seeds. That's not in my timetable. Planting seeds that time of day is not in my timetable. So just try to think, even if it's reading a book that will move you forward while you're waiting in the doctor's office, or listen to it while you're going down the road. If you are being sidetracked, stop for a moment and think, how can I use this to benefit me? I could go on and on about that life is going to happen. It is going to happen, and sometimes it happens real big. My family has been very fortunate that we haven't had big dramatic things that have happened, but we have a lot of little hiccups every day. And my husband and I just sort of look at each other and shake our head. And I think our neighbor's dog is on the loose is what it is. That's her boyfriend. She like, oh, shh, shh. Well, seeing that I can't get her to stop barking, I'm going to say bye to you. Y'all have a great day. Bye.